Listen to me. When I say be a man, I don't mean walking around with muscles flexed, chest out, trying to prove something to everybody. That's not manhood. That's just a costume. Being a man means you wake up every day and handle your responsibility. You don't run from it. You don't pass it off to somebody else. You don't wait for somebody to come save you. A man provides, a man protects, a man leads, not with arrogance, but with love, with strength, and with wisdom. See, anybody can make a baby, but it takes a man to be a father. Anybody can get a paycheck, but it takes a man to sacrifice his own comfort so his family can live better. Anybody can talk tough, but it takes a man to stand in silence, swallow his pride, and do the right thing even when nobody is watching. Being a man is not about how many women you can chase, how much money you can flash, or how many people you can intimidate. That's not manhood. That's insecurity dressed up like confidence. Real men don't chase approval. Real men build a life worth respecting. Let me tell you something. Being a man means showing up. It means when your kids look up at you, they see someone steady. When your woman looks at you, she feels safe. When your friends need you, you're dependable. When life knocks you down, you don't lay there complaining. You stand back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. A man doesn't blame his past for his present. He doesn't cry about what he didn't have. He makes sure the next generation doesn't feel that same lack. That's manhood, breaking cycles, building legacies, carrying weight without excuses. A real man doesn't hide his emotions, but he controls them. He doesn't let anger run his life. He doesn't let fear dictate his choices. He feels deeply, but he doesn't let those feelings stop him from doing what's right. Being a man means discipline. You don't quit when it's hard. You don't fold under pressure. You take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. You stand firm in your values. You don't lie, cheat, or steal to get ahead. Because your word, your character, that's your wealth. Every boy grows older, but not every boy becomes a man. Becoming a man takes intention. It takes growth. It takes choices. It means taking your mistakes, learning from them, and refusing to repeat them. It means being humble enough to say, I was wrong, and strong enough to say, but I will do better. And let me leave you with this. Manhood isn't proven in one big moment. It's proven in the little moments, day after day. In how you talk to people, in how you treat your family, in how you carry yourself when nobody's clapping for you. Be a man, not just in age, but in action, in integrity, and in how you make the world around you better. That's the kind of man the world needs. When I talk about responsibility over excuses, I mean that being a man is not about finding ways to explain away your failures. It's about standing up and owning them. Anybody can point the finger. Anybody can blame their past, their family, the government, or their circumstances. But a man looks in the mirror and says, "This is my life, and it's on me to make it what it needs to be." Responsibility is not glamorous, and it's not easy, but it is the foundation of real manhood. Excuses are a temporary comfort, but they don't move your life forward. They don't pay the bills, they don't raise your children, and they don't put food on the table. Excuses keep you in the same place, circling the same problems, while responsibility forces you to grow and rise above them. A man's measure is seen in how he carries what is placed on his shoulders. Anybody can show up when the lights are bright and the moment feels good, but responsibility shows itself in the quiet hours. It's waking up early even when you're tired. It's working late even when nobody is clapping for you. It's paying what you owe before spending on what you want. It's teaching your son how to tie his shoes when you'd rather rest. It's listening to your daughter's story when your mind is heavy. It's making sure your family feels secure even when you are uncertain inside. Responsibility is sacrifice, and sacrifice is the price of leadership. You can't call yourself a man and run when things get hard. You can't hide behind excuses and still expect respect. Respect doesn't come from talk, it comes from consistency. People need to know that when they look at you, they can depend on you. That when you give your word, you mean it. That when challenges show up, you don't fold, you don't point to someone else, you step up. Because manhood is not about perfection, it's about accountability. A man will make mistakes, plenty of them, but what separates him from a boy is that he doesn't cover those mistakes with excuses. He learns from them, he owns them, and he does better because of them. Excuses keep you small. They let you believe that life is happening to you, that you are powerless, that you are waiting on somebody else to fix what's broken. Responsibility makes you powerful because it forces you to act. It forces you to say, even if I didn't cause this, I'll carry it. Even if I didn't break it, I'll fix it. Even if I didn't choose it, I'll face it. That's the kind of mindset that turns boys into men and men into leaders. Life is always going to hand you situations that aren't fair. You will lose jobs, people will betray you, you will face setbacks you didn't deserve. But excuses will only chain you to the problem, while responsibility will push you toward the solution. Every man has a circle that looks up to him. It might be a family, it might be friends, it might be younger men in the community watching how he lives. And whether you know it or not, they are learning from you. They are learning how to handle pressure, how to treat others, how to fight through hardship. If they see you running from responsibility, they will think that's acceptable. If they hear nothing but excuses from you, they will believe that's the way to live. But if they see you standing tall, handling your business, they will learn what it truly means to be dependable. Responsibility isn't just for you. It's for everyone connected to you. Excuses may feel lighter, but they leave you empty. Responsibility feels heavy, but it builds you. A man who takes responsibility becomes stronger, wiser, and more capable with every challenge. He learns how to carry weight without breaking, how to endure hardship without quitting, and how to stand tall even in storms. Responsibility will cost you, but excuses will bankrupt you. If you want to be respected, if you want to be trusted, if you want to be remembered as a man who made a difference, responsibility has to be your choice every single time. When we talk about character over image, we're talking about the difference between looking like a man and truly being one. Looking like a man is easy. Anybody can dress the part, put on expensive clothes, drive a flashy car, or walk around acting tough. But none of that proves manhood. None of that builds trust. None of that gives you respect that lasts. What defines a man is his character, and character is proven in silence, in struggle, in those unseen moments when there's no applause and no spotlight. Image is how people see you from the outside, but character is who you really are when no one is watching. Character is built on honesty. A man's word should mean something. When you tell someone you're going to do something, it's not an option. It's a promise. And if you can't keep your word, then all the money, cars, and status won't save your reputation. Image can get people's attention, but character is what keeps their trust. You can dress sharp, smile wide, and talk smooth, but if your word is shaky, people will see through it. Eventually, the truth about who you really are always comes out. That's why a man has to put more energy into building his character than into polishing his image. Character is also about how you treat people who can't do anything for you. Anybody can act respectful towards someone they need something from. But who are you when it's the waiter bringing your food, or the janitor cleaning the floor, or the stranger who can't help you in any way? Your true character shows in those moments. If you can't treat people with basic decency and kindness, then no amount of success or power makes you a man. Because manhood isn't measured by how high you stand. It's measured by how low you can bend to lift somebody else. Discipline is a part of character. A man doesn't just act on impulse. He doesn't let his anger dictate his actions, and he doesn't let his pride destroy his relationship. Discipline means you can control yourself when the easy thing would be to lose control. It means you can walk away from a fight that doesn't need to happen. You can say no when temptation comes. You can choose responsibility over instant gratification. Image wants attention right now, but character is willing to wait, willing to sacrifice, willing to walk the long road if it means the right outcome. Integrity is another pillar of character. It means doing the right thing even when no one will ever find out. It's easy to look honest in public. It's easy to act righteous when everyone is watching. But who are you in the dark? Who are you when you're alone with temptation, when no one will ever know what you choose? That's where character is tested. If you lie, cheat, or steal when you think you can get away with it, you may keep your image, but you've lost your integrity. And once your integrity is gone, manhood slips away with it. Image fades quickly, but character stands forever. The clothes you wear will go out of style, the car you drive will lose its shine, the applause will die down, but your name, your reputation, and your legacy, that stays. People may forget what you looked like, but they will never forget how you treated them, how dependable you were, how much they could trust you. That's why a man invests in character, not in image. The dangerous thing about chasing image is that it always demands more. If you live for appearances, you'll spend your whole life pretending, posing, trying to convince people you are more than you are. But when you live for character, you don't have to prove anything. You just live it. People will see it in your actions, in your consistency, in the way you walk through life with integrity. A man with character doesn't need to tell you he's a manual. Know it by the way he carries himself, by the way he keeps his word, by the way he respects others, and by the way he stands in truth, even when it costs him. Character outlasts everything. It outlasts the trends, it outlasts the gossip, it outlasts the temporary shine of success. You don't have to beg people to respect you when your life speaks for itself. You don't have to demand loyalty when your character inspires it. That's the difference between image and character. One fades, the other remains. A man chooses character every single time. When a man chooses legacy over comfort, he decides that his life will mean more than just what he can enjoy for himself. Comfort feels good for a moment, but it leaves nothing behind. Legacy requires struggle, patience, and sacrifice, but it plants something that will outlive you. Too many people settle for comfort. They chase pleasure, they avoid responsibility, they look for the easy way out. But comfort is temporary. It fades. It disappears the moment pressure comes. Legacy is different. Legacy is built slowly, tested under fire, and it remains long after you are gone. A man who values legacy understands that his life is bigger than him. His decisions ripple outward, the way he treats his family, the way he handles his work, the way he responds to hardship. All of it sets an example. Comfort says put yourself first, but legacy says build something for the ones who come after you. Comfort says enjoy today, but legacy says prepare for tomorrow. Comfort says relax, but legacy says rise. Building a legacy means you are willing to sacrifice. You give up sleep to provide for your family. You give up spending recklessly so you can invest in their future. You give up excuses so you can set a standard. A man who chooses legacy doesn't chase every distraction. He doesn't waste his time chasing validation. He uses his time, his energy, and his strength to build something lasting. Comfort wants to keep you entertained, but legacy wants to keep you accountable. Every man leaves something behind. Some leave regret, broken promises, and pain. Others leave strength, wisdom, and opportunity. What you leave is determined by the choices you make daily. Comfort tells you to put things off, to quit when it gets tough, to avoid hard conversations. Legacy tells you to face the discomfort, to push through, to lead with consistency. The small choices you make each day are not just about your life. They are about the story your family and community will tell about you years later. Legacy is about breaking cycles. Maybe you grew up without guidance. Maybe you faced poverty. Maybe you lived through disappointment. Comfort will let those cycles repeat, because it's easier to give in than to fight through. But legacy says you will not let the next generation experience what you did. Legacy says you will push harder, sacrifice more, and endure longer so that the ones who follow you will have a better start. Comfort is repeating what you already know. Legacy is rewriting what the future can look like. A man who chooses legacy knows the value of his name. Image fades, possessions break down, but a name carries weight long after you are gone. Will your children carry your name with pride or with shame? Will your community remember you for building or for destroying? Comfort doesn't care about your name. Comfort only cares about how you feel right now. But legacy demands you guard your name, that you protect your integrity, that you live in such a way that your word is worth more than gold. Legacy also means choosing responsibility, even when it's heavy. Comfort says ignore the hard work. Legacy says embrace it. Comfort says someone else will figure it out. Legacy says you will stand up and lead. When you live for comfort, you chase ease and avoid challenge. When you live for legacy, you accept challenge as the price of growth. A man knows that comfort can cost him his future, but legacy can secure it. Time is limited, and every man knows it. Comfort whispers that you can waste today because tomorrow will come. Legacy knows tomorrow is not promised, so every day matters. Legacy is not built in one moment, but in thousands of small decisions stacked on top of each other. It's in showing up to work when you don't feel like it. It's in keeping your promise when it costs you. It's in protecting and providing when no one is thanking you. It's in living with discipline and consistency, not because it feels good, but because it builds something that lasts. Comfort fades quickly. Legacy endures. A man who chooses legacy over comfort understands that what he sacrifices today will speak louder than anything he says tomorrow. He knows his life is not measured by what he consumes, but by what he creates, not by what he enjoys, but by what he leaves behind. Legacy over comfort is the path of every man who chooses to live with purpose, with responsibility, and with vision for more than himself.